Why create in the world of AI? Like, why create at all? It seems pointless now, right? Like, as a creator, I mean, we battle with pointlessness enough as it is, right? But now there's this whole world of AI that's creating all of your graphics, that's creating all of your music, that's, creating videos of you, captioning videos of you. And it's a fantastic tool, let me tell you. It makes my workflow in my work a whole lot easier so far, and it's only fresh. But as an artist, I can't help but sit in this kind of goo of pointlessness. Oh, well, if a computer is just making it and it makes it 10 times better than you can in an instant without taking any of the time, then what's the point in doing it? And I've got to be honest, I've been struggling with this over the last couple of months. And it's partly because my brain will make any excuse it can not to create, even though I've proven to myself time and time again that when I create, I'm more fulfilled and I enjoy myself. Pretty simple. And if you're a creator, I mean, check out one of my recent videos. If you're a creator, you create. But that's just how it is. If you are a creator, let me tell you the point of why you need to create. Because I think everyone feels so threatened by this whole AI thing that's coming out now. My God, AI makes music. And let me tell you, there's been multiple stages of this that your brain could have just been like, well, it's pointless because of this over the years. Let's take music production for an example. First of all, in electronic dance music, well, I mean, how deep do we want to go? But let's just take a couple of stages. There's been like ghost producers, right? It's like, oh, well, why should I produce when some of the biggest electronic artists that are DJing all the world stages, they just get their songs ghost produced, as in made by somebody else. What's the point in making music at all? Because you enjoy it. And then another stage, there's all these samples that come out right now. They've been out for many years. It's called Splice. There's a website. There's a bunch of different, sample websites. But essentially you can just download drum loops or complete loops and you just put them into the track, and an 8-year-old jumps on FL Studio and makes a song better than you've ever made from loops in 5 minutes. Oh, what's the point in creating, right? And now the next stage again, and there's thousands of stages of this in every single type of, creativity and artistry, is this whole AI thing. Oh, AI can make music. Why would I bother? Well, it's because, and this is just for me anyway, it's because you only have a limited amount of consciousness time on the planet, right? You're going to die. And I don't know about you, but the time that I spend creating, actually having creativity flow through me, I'm totally lost in the moment. I'm not in my head, not thinking about what I'm worried about in the future. I'm not stressing about what's happened in the past. I'm not thinking about where my next paycheck's gonna come from. I'm lost in the moment, and it's magical, right? There are many reasons why creation is the thing that you need to do over just making an excuse, like just fully relying on this excuse to be like, oh, I can't create possibly because there's something else that can also create. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the reason I'm putting this point across in this way is because you might be struggling with this whole pointlessness as well from your brain. But let me tell you, it's just an excuse. Just forget about it completely and keep creating, because that's all there is. This is all there is. And chances are, like, again, you just enjoy the process, right? I've opened Ableton and made a couple of beats this week after 2 months of not really making music, and it lit me up so much. Mostly, like, I have had a lot of time constraints, but you could also say that's an excuse as well, right? But the amount of energy that I had from it, I was almost jumping with excitement, that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that just came out of me. This is an amazing piece of work. I can't wait to put vocals on this track, mix and master this song, release this song. I was already thinking about what the artwork for this song would look like because of the vibe that this song had. And I put it together really quickly. It just came through me, right? In a matter of half an hour or so, the general main idea. And it just struck me that it's like, what are you doing, dude? Stop allowing excuses to run your life, such as, where AI exists, maybe I shouldn't create. What's the point? It's like, yeah, you could do that and just lay back and watch TV if you want, but you're still going to die. And when you're on your deathbed, you can be like, remember all those times that I just made excuses and watched TV. Again, like there could be a solid argument to be made that like that's all good. That's totally fine. Because again, nothing matters. We're just on this rock in space, right? But you could look back. I know I'm going to look back and be like, oh, remember all those times that you overcame excuses and did the thing that you enjoyed because you actually genuinely enjoyed it. And you spent the little free time that you have as a conscious human being actually creating something rather than just consuming something. I think that is going to be more memorable and more fulfilling to me, as well as just the whole process of creativity, shipping work as, who says it? Seth Godin says it. He just says, just keep shipping work. And that just means putting it out. I don't really like the phrasing of it, but keep putting work out. It's your responsibility as an artist, really, because you have things inside of you that you have to communicate with the world, and your special ability, like some sort of Pokemon or something that you've been gifted with, is to communicate these things through art. And there's a lot of people out there that cannot do that, and they would probably do dirty, dirty things to be able to do that, right? And again, like this is a special ability and you can't waste it. And your mind will come up with so many excuses as to why you shouldn't create, why you can't create. Oh, there's AI, oh, I'm tired today. But like, just put the first step in, the whole 1% improvement thing. What's that habit book that everyone reads? I've actually read it twice. I just can't remember the name of it right now. Atomic Habits, James Clear. It's like, if you want to go to the gym, don't be like, I'm going to go to the gym and work out for 3 hours. Just put your shoes on. Just put your shoes on, walk out the door 5 meters. The amount of times that I want to go to the gym, or like I know that I need to go to the gym that day, but I'm tired and I'm hungry and I don't really have enough time. And, all of my body parts are sore, and I'm like, all right, well, just go and just do that one exercise that you like. I only have to walk to the gym, which is like, taking away those barriers. And then I get there and I end up having the best workout of the entire week. That happens to me so often. And that's the best evidence for me to actually just show up in creativity. Because it's like, how many times could you have just put your shoes on, opened Ableton, opened the program, or pulled up the canvas that you were going to paint on, that you were going to have an amazing session, you were going to create some iconic stuff, but you just didn't do that first step? There's probably a lot, right? So hopefully this inspires you to go create today, because there's things inside of you. Again, this is the other point, that you need to get out. And then all of a sudden you like feel depressed as an artist. You're like, man, why do I hate my existence? It's like, well, because you're not expressing the things that are inside of you out through creativity. And just a side point to that, it's so funny when, like, this is how important this portion of this video is, that so funny how many times I've created a song, for example, Cozy Guy. You can check it out on all music stores. It's sick. And then months later, like, I've been doing vocals for like a year, which has been a whole scary thing to like get into, right? I've been wanting to do it for 7 years and put a song out, and then it's not till 3-5 months later that I'm like, oh, that's what that song's about. That's why I wrote that during that time of my life, and that's what that actually means to me. And it like closes this loop, closes this gap, and I feel more fulfilled because I've created work, done the whole process of creating work, put it out, and then I discover the meaning of that within myself later on. Again, that's some magic stuff. And if you're a creative person, that's inside of you right now. And if you're allowing excuses to run your life, then you're wasting that. And that's hell special if you ask me. So yeah, just this whole AI argument of like, what's the point of creating? You could say there's no point. Because again, this computer's just going to whip up something that's better than you could ever make in a matter of seconds. And the technology is only going to get better and better and better and better and better. So what's the point? Don't do anything. But I mean, I'm on the train of like, just create and put it out there. Like, I don't even market half of my stuff just because I'm so dedicated to the process of the creation and enjoying that part. And I do marketing for other things, like for clients and stuff. But that's going to give me value in return in terms of money, right? And I could spend all my time marketing so that I can be this like amazing, but it's like, I just enjoy this portion of the process. And that is the most important part for me. And everything else that goes on top is the sprinkle on top that goes, oh, wow, that's amazing. So yeah, stop using excuses. AI is only going to get better, and the less you create, the worse you're going to get. So you want to get better because it's fulfilling to you. Stop letting excuses run your life, and hopefully you've gotten some value out of this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.